Alright, today we're going to talk about 1.5 dividing integer notes. These are very similar to the multiplying division integer notes. So if you do a positive divided by a positive, you get a positive. This is what you've been doing for years. So 20 divided by 4, stuff like that. If you do a negative divided by a negative, you're also going to get a positive. So again, just like multiplication, if you take the same sign, if they have the same signs, they return a positive. Positive divided by a negative, you're going to get a negative. Negative divided by a positive, you're going to get a negative. So if they have the same signs, if you're dividing the same signs, they give you a positive. If you divide a positive and a negative, opposite signs, you get a negative. So we're going to go ahead and do some example problems. So I have a positive 3, negative 1. So they are opposite signs, so I'm going to end up with a negative. 3 divided by 1 is 3. Okay? Number 2, 8, positive, 2, positive, so I'm going to end up with a positive. Positive divided by a positive, same signs, you get a positive. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay, negative 10 divided by a positive 5. Negative divided by a positive would be a negative, different signs. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 4, negative 21 divided by a negative 7. Same signs, you get a positive. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Okay, 48, positive divided by, guys, this right here just means to divide. We should know this. This sign just means division, okay? It can stand for a fraction, but when it's something like this, you can divide, okay? 48 divided by negative 6, positive divided by negative, you get a negative. 48 divided by 6 is 8, so negative 8 is your answer. Okay, 13, negative divided by negative 13, same signs, you get a positive. 13 divided by 13, 1. Okay, 0 divided by 3, remember 0, if you divide anything, 0 into anything, so if you have nothing to share and you divide it by 3, you have no one gets anything. So it is going to be 0. 0 is neither positive or negative, okay? Negative 55 divided by a positive 11, opposite signs, so it's a negative. 55 divided by 11 is 5. Okay, so now we are going to be careful because we're going to use PEMDAS like we have learned. So please, excuse, parentheses. No, there's no parentheses other than around the negative 7, but there's no operation in the parentheses. Excuse, there are no exponents, so I don't need to do that. My, multiplication or division, nope, yep, there's division right here. Okay, so we're going to do that division first. So negative 63 divided by negative 70, or negative 7, both negative, so you get a positive. 63 divided by 7 is 9, and then plus 6, positive 9, positive 6, that gives you 15. Alright, moving on. Okay, PEMDAS, remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. No parentheses, no exponents, multiplication, division. Yep, there is. So I'm going to do this. I have negative 12 divided by a positive 3. So negative 12 divided by a positive 3 is a negative 4, because negative divided by positive negative, then you still have that negative 5. Alright, so now we're doing subtraction. Negative 5 minus 4. Okay, we box up our terms. Then I'm going to change it to addition. Negative 5 plus a negative 4. Negative 5, negative 4, same signs, you combine, and then you keep the sign. Negative 9 is your answer. Oops. Alright, number 11. Okay, so multiplication and division are the first thing you see. There's no parentheses or exponents. Okay, so we work from left to right if it's multiplication division. So we're going to do this multiplication first. Negative 8 times a positive 7. Opposite signs, you get negative. 8 times 7, you get 56. Okay, then you do the division next because multiplication division becomes before addition, subtraction. 33 divided by a negative 11. A positive divided by a negative, you get a negative. 33 divided by 11 is 3. Okay, now we do the addition. I have negative 56, negative 3. Same signs, you combine, you get 59, and it will be negative. You keep the sign. Alright, last one. The table shows the number of yards a football player runs in each quarter of a game. Find the mean number of yards the player runs per quarter. Okay, so mean, you guys should know is all numbers added up. So all numbers added up divided by how many numbers there are. How many numbers there are. Okay, so all the numbers added up, and then you divide that by how many there are. So I have my numbers. We're talking about yards, so I have -2 plus 14 plus -18 plus -6. And then how many numbers do I have? 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right, so you do the top first. So we're going to step through the top. -2 plus 14. Opposite signs you subtract, so this becomes 12, and 14 is bigger than 2, so we keep the 12. And then we still have that plus -18 plus -6 divided by 4. Okay, moving on. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. So I have 12 and -18. Opposite signs we subtract. So 18 minus 12 is 6. 18 is bigger, so I keep the negative. And then I still have that plus -6 over 4. Then we're going to step again. Okay, so we have a -6. -6, same signs we combine, so I get 12, and we keep the negative sign because they are the same signs. -12 divided by 4, opposite sign, so it becomes negative. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So -3 would be my -3, and since it's a word problem, we have to label. -3 yards would be my answer per quarter as your mean, okay? For the mean number of yards a player runs per quarter, it's -3 yards. All right, this is 1.5 dividing integer notes.